The Blackpool Pleasure Beach 2023 season is only a few weeks away, so it's time for me to do my annual Blackpool Pleasure Beach guide ahead of the new season. In this video, you can expect to hear about notable dates, my opening times observations, pricing, e-ticket talk, and so much more. If you're enjoying this video as you watch through it, please hit the like button. Let's start with notable dates. The Blackpool Pleasure Beach season launch is taking place on the 15th of March 2023. I'll talk more about the season launch a little bit later on in this video. The opening day of the Blackpool Pleasure Beach season is a Saturday, the 18th of March 2023. The first 9 PM close of the season is Easter Saturday, Saturday the 8th of April. And then the rest of the 9 PM or 10 PM closing times so far are advertised as Saturday the 27th of May, Saturday the 22nd of July, Saturday the 5th of August 2023 of course, Saturday the 26th of August and Saturday the 23rd of September. For anybody that likes hot ice, you'll be interested to know that that is taking place on select dates between the 6th of July and the 9th of September. Journey to Hell, Blackpool Pleasure Beach's Halloween event, runs between the 13th and 31st of October on selected dates, and the last day of the season is Sunday the 26th of November. So here's some of my opening dates observations. The majority of the days from opening day until the start of July are 5 PM closes, with it varying between the park opening at 10 AM or 11 AM. There's a couple of exceptions to this, with the occasional 6 PM close or the occasional late night riding as already mentioned, but it is mostly 5 PM closing times from March to July. As always with Blackpool Pleasure Beach, expect the unexpected with opening times, because sometimes the opening times will change for the better or for the worst, because they really can change on the day without any notice. Daily opening begins from June through to the beginning of September. In September, there is no late night Friday events this time around. Moving on to pricing, for children, prices start at £27 and the highest price for children is £33. For adults, prices start at £33 and the highest price is £39. These are the online prices and not on the gate prices and are probably subject to changes. It's also worth noting there is still no walk-around pass at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Even though there's no walk-around pass at the Pleasure Beach in 2023, e-ticket scanning at every ride is still a requirement, and when questioned about it quite a lot, Blackpool Pleasure Beach recently on social media gave the following reasoning: analysis, safety and security procedures and more. Many behind the scenes considerations that are assisted by this. We do offer printed e-tickets at a number of retail shops for those who prefer, unquote. During 2020 following lockdown, the walk-around pass at the Pleasure Beach was scrapped. Pleasure Beach e-tickets became a thing and scanning at the rides was scrapped. This was a big step forward into the modern digital world away from wristbands and ride ticket scanning, which meant less faff, more efficiency. However, sadly, this was short-lived because in 2021, e-ticket scanning at every single ride became a thing and continued to be a thing in 2022. For 2023, it's going to be even more of a pain because you can no longer add your e-ticket to a mobile phone wallet. There's been suggestions over the last few years that saving your e-ticket as your phone's lock screen is the solution, or the other solution is to get your e-ticket printed off to carry it around with you all day. But I've got a better solution: just bin e-ticket scanning. I don't believe it's the only way Blackpool Pleasure Beach can collect ridership data, especially when competitor attractions in the UK operate the exact same pay one price system that Blackpool Pleasure Beach now operates, without the need to scan in at every single ride. There's so many good companies out there who could easily produce something for Blackpool Pleasure Beach to collect their data instead of the current e-ticket scanning system that's currently in place. The current system slows down ride operations and also encourages people to have their phones handy when boarding a ride. Loose phones on rides, it's not going to end well. Moving on from e-ticket scanning, the annual season launch at Blackpool Pleasure Beach is where local businesses and a handful of influencers are invited along to see the Pleasure Beach's plans for the season. It's expected that this year there'll be some interesting news about Valhalla. We'll be attending the season launch and we'll publish our vlog the following day. We'll merge it in with our final pre-season update ahead of the new season. As with every new season at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, rides have had their annual winter maintenance, with a handful of rides having notable work done to them that may change the ride experience in some way. The obvious place to start is Valhalla. It has been closed since 2019 and most expected it to reopen in 2022. When I say most, even Blackpool Pleasure Beach expected it to open in 2022. There is, however, one person who did predict a 2023 opening, and he's our vlogging equivalent of Mystic Meg. Yes, that's you, Mark. Big Dipper is into its 100th season at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and with that in mind, there's plenty going on with it. The drop and turn past the Big Blue Hotel is having a retrack. Sadly, I've been unable to bring you any good views of this in my closed season updates because it's a heavily restricted viewing point. However, they are working on it and I'm very confident it's going to be so much smoother around that section of track. They've also taken down the Big Dipper Onion to give it a repaint, and there's talk of the whole ride being repainted for this season. There's a current rumour about Big Dipper that it will not open for opening day and will open late spring, but this is so far unconfirmed. The big one has had another large retracking project carried out over the winter season. The new track, manufactured by Tazuka, was lifted into place at the beginning of February, and a few days ago it had 3 test laps. It's now not expected to test for a while whilst all remaining work is carried out on it, including a small repaint. Nickelodeon Street's first corner has been having some track work done, and there's been workmen up on the Grand National every time I've been up to Blackpool this winter, so it's all go on the coasters at Blackpool Pleasure Beach ahead of the new season. By this point, I would imagine most season pass holders watching this video will know all of the following important info, but in case you have missed anything, I will do a short recap about some of the season pass info that Blackpool Pleasure Beach have put on their website. Season pass holders can now book multiple visits through the official Pleasure Beach app. Season pass holders can now book visits for the next available 14 days. Previously, it used to be for the next available 7. After booking, e-tickets will be automatically added to the app after a short waiting time. You can now also add Speedy Pass to your e-ticket on the day of your visit at an additional cost, but it cannot be done in advance without ringing the Pleasure Beach. If, like me, you would still like a physical season pass card, you can collect them on your first visit of the season from the casino building, but to do this, we all need to have our booking confirmations handy for it to be processed. According to the official website, season pass cards are no longer required for receiving discounts within the park, so from this I assume we can just show our passes within the app. Blackpool Pleasure Beach are committed to helping guests with additional needs experience a spectacular and memorable visit to Blackpool Pleasure Beach. To do this, the Easy Pass system remains in place for the 2023 season, but with some changes. The Pleasure Beach are now partnering with Nimbus Disability, operators of the Access Card scheme, who will now process all Essential Companion and Easy Pass applications. There is a lot of detailed information about this on Blackpool Pleasure Beach's official website, and it's information that I don't want to communicate incorrectly, so I have put a link to this page on their website in the video description. Hopefully, I've covered all of the important stuff ahead of the Blackpool Pleasure Beach 2023 season in this video. If I have missed anything important, please let me know in the comment section below. If you have enjoyed this video and think it's been informative, please leave the video a like and please comment below. This really helps the channel to continue growing. As the Blackpool Pleasure Beach season gets closer, there's going to be a couple more pre-season updates on this channel, a video about our hopes for the 2023 season, the season launch video, and then it'll be on to the Pleasure Beach vlogs once the season opens. What would you like to see from us as far as Blackpool Pleasure Beach vlogs go in 2023? That's all for today. Many thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.